Alright, welcome everyone. Today we're going to be doing some scientific notation. Let's just type that out there. So, scientific notation. Pardon the handwriting, but whatever. So, if we have 10 to the n for n is a positive number, so n is greater than 0 or equal to 0, then that will be the number of zeros following the 1. So 10 to the 1 is equal to 10, 1, 1, 0. 10 squared, or 10 to the 2, is equal to 100, 2 zeros, power of 2, and 2 zeros. I'm going to erase this. I hope you get the point. And then, of course, we'll do that. 10 to the 0 equals 1, 0, no zeros. 0 zeros, okay? So now if we do 10 to the negative 1, we have equals 0.1. See, we have 1, we have 1 0 in front of the decimal. That's where the decimal is, and the 0 is in front. So if we have 10 to the negative 2 is equal to 0.01. So you got 2, 1 0 in front, and 1 0 behind. So it's 2 zeros. Now if we add, let's just do a decimal. So if we have 5.1 times 10 to the 2 was equal to 510. See, we have the 5 and the 1. So it's 100 times 5.1. So you take the 5.1 and you replace it, the 1 and 0, with the 5 and 1, because there's 2 digits here, 2 digits here. So that's how you get 510. And because there's that leftover 0, you're going to add that leftover 0 there. Now, if we have, let's take this again, 5.1 times 10 to the negative 1 is going to be 0.51. You're taking 5.1 times 10 times 0.1. I need to erase that. So if we have 5.1 times 0.1, we're taking that 5.1, moving the 0 over one area, moving the 0 over, so that's just 0.51. Because we have that 1 there, we got to include the 1. Now, let's just say there's a bunch of zeros here. So let's do 1.002 times 10 squared, which is equal to 1.002 times 100. So we're going to move that 0 2 places over because there's 2 zeros in front of the 100, which is simply going to be 100.2. Move it over, and because there's that 2, that decimal simply gets moved over, and there's a 100.2. Now, if we do that with the negative number, let's just do 1.002 times 10 to the negative 2. So we move, which is simply to be 1.002 times 0.01. So we move that over 2. Actually, we're going to move 2 of these numbers over, right, 2 places, which is going to be equal to 0.01 because we've moved that decimal 2 places over. So, geez, okay. Let's erase this. We've got this all kind of scribbled up here. So that will be equal to, equal to 1.002 times 0.01. Now we have 2 decimals over here, and then we have 1 decimal over here. So we're going to move that decimal point 2 places over. So then that becomes 0. We'll do that. So we have it, and then 1002. Of course, there's got to be a 0 in front of that 1 behind the decimal. So it's just going to be 0.01002. I hope that helps for this one. and we'll see each other next time. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this again. So if we have scientific notation and we're multiplying exponents, so 10 squared times 10 squared, 10 to the 2 times 10 to the 2 is equal to 100 times 100. So you simply add the zeros, which then equals to 10,000. So we're simply adding the 2's together, which simply equals to 10 to the 4th. Now, if we take, let's just say 10 to the 3 times 10 to the 5, which will equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which simply equals to 10 to the 8th. Now we can do another area here of 10 to the negative 1 times 10 to the 2, which equals to 0.1 times 100, which simply would equal to 10, because 2 plus negative 1 equals 1, and 10 to the 1 is equal to 10. I hope that helps.